Everyone? My name's Elliot, and welcome to NBANBT, NBA No Bull Talk. It's a podcast where my buddy Jordan and I have started, and we haven't uploaded or done an episode in a long time. I think the last one we did was in October. We stopped because real life got to us. School sick, work sick, job sick. you get the idea. So what's gonna happen to this podcast now is Jordan's too busy. Like he's got a real life to where I do not at this point in my life. So Jordan will try his best to appear on the show as often as he can, but he gave me the reins to do whatever the hell I want. With that said, I am recording 9:50 a.m. on February 27 of 2019, and as of that, the standings. Now, I call these the green teams. These are the teams that are the first 8 seeds that will make the playoffs if the season ended today. And we have the Bucks at 46-14. They're 9-1 in their last 10, 12-13 in their last 13 games. They've only lost to the Orlando Magic. And we'll talk about them later on in the standings. But then we got the Raptors, 45-17, just beat the Celtics last night in a very demanding win. They're 8-2 in their last 10, losing to the Magic, who Kawhi Leonard didn't play. I watched that game. And then the Bucks, of course, with Kawhi playing. The Pacers are 40-21. They're 8-2, and they've also lost to the Magic and Bucks. They of course don't have Oladipo for the rest of the season, but they're still the 3rd seed in the East. And then we got the 76ers at 39-22, and the Celtics 37-24, Nets 32-30, Pistons at 29-30, Hornets at 28-32. And those are your green teams, the top 8 seeds, and then the yellow, which is Magic, 28-34. They're 7-3 in their last games, losing to the Bulls, the Knicks last night, and the Thunder. And they didn't do much other than acquire Markelle Fultz in the trade deadline, like in that whole week or so. And they're the 9th seed. Personally, I think they're going to be in the playoffs, but they're not going to do much in the playoffs. Sorry about if you're a Magic fan. But that's just my opinion. I think that they are a hot team right now, but the Hornets are 4-6 in their last 10. They're kind of in a rough spot right now. The Pistons are 7-3. They're starting to figure some stuff out, but I think the Magic are going to overcome them. Now the Heat, 26-33. They're 2-8. They're also really struggling in their past 10 games. I have them in yellow because I think these two teams have a chance to make the 8th seed due to they have experience. Well, the Heat at least have experience, and they actually give a lot of top tier teams a problem, especially the Warriors prior to All-Star break. The Wizards, I have them in orange. They're 3-7 in their last 10, 24-36. Now, the reason why I have them in orange, not in red or yellow, is because they are an if team. Because if Bradley Beal shows up every night, I think they can make the playoffs, especially with the changes that they made to the roster, acquiring Bobby Portis, and just getting a better team around them is just projecting them to be a better team when John Wall comes back. But Bradley Beal has proven to, I think, at least me, that he could carry this team to an 8th seed playoffs. They're not going to do much. They're going to be all tired out, but at least they made the playoffs. And then these are the teams in red. I have 4 teams in the red. That means that they aren't making the playoffs no matter what happens. The Hawks, 20-41. 4-6 in the last 10. The Bulls 16-45. The Cavs 14-47. And the Knicks would have win last night against the Magic 13-48. And if you don't know, I am a Knicks fan. Rough season, but my favorite player is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just saying. All right, now moving on to the West. Same format. I have green for the teams who are in the top 8. Yellow for the teams I think that are going to make. Orange is like the bubble, and then the red are definitely teams I don't think that are going to make it. Not ridiculing anyone who is a fan of any of these teams. The Warriors 47-17, 7-3 in their last 10, as well as the Nuggets, who had a very, very crucial win against the Thunder last night. They are sitting at 42-18, 1 game back. The Thunder 38-22, they were 6-4 in their last 10. Trailblazers 37-23. We'll talk about them later in the episode. Same thing with the Rockets. They're 35-25. They're both 6-4 in their last 10, as well as the Jazz and Clippers. The Jazz are 33-26. Clippers are 34-28. San Antonio 33-29. They are 3-7. They are a struggling team. They lost against the Knicks, and I think they played today. Last night they had a break, I think. Yeah, they had a break. They weren't playing last night, so now they can kind of, realize that the season might be slipping away because the Kings 31-29, 2 games back. They are 5-5. They are a very streaky team. They have cold nights, but they have hot nights, like Buddy Hield scoring 36, and the other day 18. Harrison Barnes had 6 the other night, and it was like, what's going on here? The Lakers are in orange, 29-31, 3-7 in the last 10. They are just a struggling team. And I was a guy that was high on LeBron going to the Lakers. I'm a Kuzma fan. I think Kuzma's the second best player on that team. Trading away Zubac wasn't really smart, and offering that many picks for pieces for Anthony Davis, I think ruined that locker room reputation that they need to turn around real quick. But I have them in orange because if they continue to play like this and they get to 35, 36 losses before they even get to 30 wins, it's kind of like a problem here because the Kings are already above 30 wins. Wow, they have much losses as Lakers do wins, which is 29, which seems to be a problem for the Lakers right now. All right, moving on to the teams in red. Timberwolves, 29-31. They're also 3-7 in their last 10. Karl-Anthony Towns, of course, had that car accident. Horrifying, thank God. He is back and healthy. He had a monster double-double the other night, but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I don't think they have that oomph in them, but if they do, the Lakers aren't making it. If the Timberwolves are projected to make it. Next team up is the Pelicans. 27-35, 4-6. They are better off without Davis, I think. They got to get used to playing without him because they're definitely draining him next season. They're not going to let him walk for free. The Mavericks, 26-34. They're 3-7 in their last 10. I thought they were a lot better for some reason. Yeah. The Grizzlies, 24-38. They are 4-6. The Suns, 12-50. They're 1-9 in their last 10. And holy crap. Do I think the Suns are going to get the first pick again? Probably not. I think the Knicks are going to get it because they're a bigger market, and that's the way the NBA works. All right, enough of that. Save that for another video. All right, so our next segment here is games yesterday, games on 26-19, or 2-26-19, so I'm going to reflect on the games yesterday. The first game up, we have the Knicks and Magic. The Knicks came back and was 30-13 in the fourth quarter. The Magic got ran out the gym. They retired. Game highs, 26 points for Aaron Gordon and Nikola Vucevic, and Emmanuel Mudiay had 19 points. Let's go. The assist, Evan Fournier had 8. Henry Ellison, that the Knicks just picked up recently from the Pistons. The Pistons cut him, I think, and the Knicks picked him up. He had 5 assists, and the total rebounds, 11 Vucevic, and Mitchell Robinson, the second-round rookie, just saying, he's got 14. I was watching this game toward the end, and Magic just didn't know what to do. The Knicks went on runs, and it showed in the scoreboard. All right, next, Celtics and Raptors. I did watch the third and fourth quarter of this game, and the Celtics just looked like they were dying slowly. One of the reasons why the Celtics, I think, lost was because their game high points was Marcus Morris, 17 points, and Pal Siakam, 25 for the Raptors. That is a bad man. Assist, Kyrie Irving and Al Horford both had 5. 11 for Kyle Lowry, which is expected of him. Total rebounds, Jaylen Brown had 8, and Pal Siakam had 8 as well. So, looking at the box score here, it just looked like after the first quarter, Celtics had 32 in the first, and then 13 in the second, and that's when the Raptors really took advantage of them in their second unit there. My thing is, the Celtics have some problems. They should have gotten rid of Gordon Hayward, in my opinion, but I do have a lot of friends who are Celtics fans living in New England, and they think the same. They should get rid of Gordon Hayward. Keep Jason Tatum, maybe get away Jaylen Brown. I prefer them getting rid of Jaylen Brown because Gordon Hayward's willing to go off the bench, but there's going to be a lot of changes in the offseason. Now the big game of the night, Thunder and Nuggets. It was just a close game. Looking at the box score here, other than that second quarter, 35-25, Nuggets had the advantage for 10 points. But other than that, it was really close. Game highs, Paul George only had 25. I say only because the season he's having, that is really only. Nikola Jokic had 36, which is really insane. He also had 10 assists, while Westbrook had 9. The rebounds, 14 for Westbrook, 10 for Paul Millsap. This really showed true to who the Nuggets really are as a team. The Thunder just had an off night, like I said. Looking at the roster and how many points they had, it didn't look that impressive. Didn't look like the same roster team. But I don't trust the Nuggets in the playoffs, knowing that their top 3 scorers haven't been in the playoffs. That would be Jokic, Murray, and not Millsap. Oh, I'm blanking. Anyways, so yeah, that's that. There were only 3 games yesterday, and for this next segment, before we start with this next segment, this is where I'm gonna plug, quote unquote, either a brand or like someone, like a team or whatever, like something I just want to say other than basketball, and this is where I'm going to have like a commercial break kind of. So if you are in need of some new shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, and anything really, I suggest going to teesprings.com/fireempire. There is an Instagram link, and will be in the description. I will be wearing one of the shirts for the second half of the video, or of this podcast. And yeah, the link is in the description. If you know Jordan, my co-host, this is his idea. This is his new thing. Wait for the spring for new lines coming in, and yeah, check out. Okay, welcome back. I am wearing one of the first Fire Empire T-shirt. Link in the description if you want to go check it out yourself. And all right, here we go. Next segment is the games on tonight. I don't know the times, but I will be given NBT tips. So no bull talk tips, stuff that I will say for each team. I'll give each team 3 pinpoint game plan situations that they should do in order to win the game, and I will have my winner myself. And I have a little bit more intriguing stuff, not just me picking the games, but I do have stuff added to have more fun in the show. First game, we got the Rockets versus the Hornets. The Rockets, you got to keep doing what you're doing. Everyone's healthy right now. You guys are, I think, undefeated, or you guys only have 2-3 losses when Chris Paul has more than 10 assists, which is consistently what he's going to do. Just don't get hurt, like I said. Keep healthy, and there's a difference in between shut down and slow down, and you can easily shut down Kemba to 13, 15 points. Chris Paul is easily capable of doing that, and I think if you do those 3 things, just don't get hurt. That's the main thing. Plagued with injuries, this team. That's the reason why they're down to 6th or 5th in the Western Conference, and if they're able to keep playing what you're playing. This Hornets team isn't that good. No offense to any Hornets fans or Hornets players. The Rockets should easily win this one. But for the Hornets, if you want a chance to win, slow down Harden. He just ended his streak, 30 points. Sadly to say, but he did still have 28 points, which goes a long way. I would prefer to let Capella score a lot more than Chris Paul and James Harden. And if you can exaggerate the 3-point and just let them score 2s, which is they're terrible at, no offense. They can't hit a mid-range jumper, so over picks and just exaggerate the 3-pointer. Stay on your feet for the 3, because Harden likes to do his step backs and pump fakes, which is hard to not jump or bite on, but it's things that you got to do. And you can shut down CP3. If he could score 10, 15 points, I would be happy with that. Kemba is more than capable of doing that himself. Definitely not for the whole game. But definitely got to be some strategizing on the Hornets coach more than the Rockets. And my winner is Houston, obvious reasons. The next game, we got the Wizards and Nets. The Wizards got to play through Bradley Beal. The way D'Angelo Russell is playing, you got to slow him down. I wouldn't say shut him down, but if you can slow him down, that would be good. Defense will win this game no matter what. The better defense is going to win this game because you can't outscore the Nets. They're too clutch. They will win in overtime. D'Lo has ice in his veins. For the Nets, let D'Lo do his thing. That's pretty much all I got here. You can stop Bradley Beal. Well, slow him down, stop him. When you got a guy who can only score on this team, it's more of slowing down. Like same thing with James Harden. Chris Paul can do some of the scoring, but James Harden's gonna do more of it. And then let Karis LeVert be more useful. You know, of course, coming back off of injury, he's putting up 25 minutes a game. Maybe put him at power forward, put him at shooting guard, small forward, maybe. Just get him more useful in the offense because he is going to help D'Lo when you guys make the playoffs. My winner is the Brooklyn Nets, and now we got the Timberwolves and Hawks. The Timberwolves let Karl Anthony Towns do his thing. Wiggins is good from mid range, but the mid range jumper is pretty much useless nowadays. Don't start and end slow. What I noticed with a theme of this team is. Which leads to my next thing is got to pace yourself. They blow leads and they start out very slow. Against Milwaukee, Giannis had the first 11 points and they only had 6. And then it got to where the second half started and Chris Middleton went off. He scored, I think it was like 16 of his 21 points in the second half. For the Hawks, you got to feed Trae Young. Trae Young's on fire right now. You got a game plan around Trae Young as well. Maybe have him like set off a bunch of screens off ball, not particularly on ball, because this Timberwolves team is kind of physical with their guards at least. Trey Jones, Derrick Rose can definitely be a bully. Defense will win this game. If it gets down to late, Karl Anthony Towns, Derrick Rose, Wiggins have proven over time and time and again to hit the game-winning shot. But my pick is the Timberwolves. Next is the Warriors and Heat. The Heat actually gave Warriors a lot of problems before All-Star break. Warriors just got to feed the hot hand, whether or not KD, DeMarcus, who had a great game the other night, Clay, Curry, doesn't matter. Don't get carried away like last time. I noticed that a lot of shots were taken, especially with that second unit. They had a hard time catching fire. And be careful of Josh Richardson. He had his career high against you guys. I do not remember the exact point score, but it happened. The Heat stopped the run as fast as possible. Kevin Durant, I think, hit like 6-8 shots. He carried that team in the fourth quarter. He carried the Warriors. He just went to his spot and shot over everyone. On defense, obviously, 2s are better than 3s, like the Hornets should do with the Rockets. Heat should do with the Warriors. Over-exaggerate the 3 and let them get inside and score. Because if they keep scoring 2-pointers, you have Richardson, you have Ellington, you have Johnson, you have Wade to shoot the 3. Not consistently, but they can shoot. Look for Josh Richardson as well. He had a hot game last time they played. Okay, so the Bulls and Grizzlies. This one's interesting. Let Levine and Markkanen do whatever they want, really. They got to be able to deal with physical defense. This Grizzly team feeds off of Joakim Noah's and the physical energy. They're unable to... the Grizzlies are unable to finish games. I've noticed that in the last 13 games, 5 of them were less than 3 points away, and 2 of them were more than 10. So in between, they're losing in between 3 and 10, 3 and 9 points, I should say. So they're just not able to close out games. So the better offense is gonna win the game. Another thing about the Grizzlies is that the second unit's got to produce. Chandler Parsons, Joakim Noah himself, and DeLon Wright. Joakim Noah against the Lakers had a lot of points, but DeLon Wright and Chandler Parsons didn't really do much offensive-wise. So that's why I'm going to pick the Bulls, because I feel like Levine and Markkanen are more star power than Conley and Noah. No offense to any Grizzlies fans. This is the game of the week, game of the day, I should say. I don't know why I said week. Game of the day, Trailblazers, Celtics, both sitting at 37 and 23. Oh, no, I changed that, didn't I? Yeah, 37 and 24 for the Celtics and 37-23. My apologies of the Trailblazers. The 3 things for the Trailblazers: keep playing the way you're playing. You're really hot in your last 10. You got to be physical on defense. The Celtics team feeds off of energy, any type of energy, flop, charge, do anything. If you can, just stop the fast breaks or the runs that they go on, be able to win the game. This is a locking game for the Trailblazers. They are sitting on a 4-game winning streak. The 5th game winning streak is on the line in this one. This got to be a locked-in game. This is testament to what type of playoff team you're going to be. Last year's getting swept by the Pelicans, or this is a new-look Trailblazers team. The Celtics got to share the rock and play basketball, man. just play bad. Shut up and play. There's no personalities here, but Hayward's got to show up. He struggled. He's been struggling. Jaylen Brown's got to show up. Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving have been doing their thing. Horford's been doing the same thing he's been doing since he signed. But I'm going with the Trailblazers on this one due to the Celtics struggling a little bit. That's me. This is next up. Locked in game of the week or game of the day. I don't know why I say week. Excuse me. Pacers versus Mavericks. Pacers got to continue playing physical defense with Miles Turner. Just listen to your coach. Coach is doing a great job, Nick McMullen. And don't let the game get close in the fourth because Luka and this Mavs team do win games close. And then for the Mavericks, 3 simple things, 4 words: give Luka the ball. Nothing wrong with losing this one. Mavs have nothing to prove this year. Get Porzingis healthy. Hardaway Jr. maybe can score a little bit, but let Luka develop and put him into a prime time player, which he's proven. This next game, every day I'm gonna have a Instagram fan vote. This one, Pistons and Spurs. Personally, I didn't know who to pick because the Spurs have been struggling, but the Pistons are either one night this team that I want them to be, Drummond and Griffin. I think they're a good duo, but they just complement each other. But I think that they could be 5th seed in the East, 4th seed in the East if they were really good. The Spurs, though, they're always the Spurs, so you got to watch out. So I put a fan vote on Instagram. 23% vote for the Pistons, including myself, and 77% vote for the Spurs. So technically on this podcast, the Spurs are going to win this game. Pistons, they got to figure something out, whether or not it's Drummond or Griffin's problem, but they got to figure something out. Reggie Jackson's got to show up. When he shows up, they have a good chance of winning. Continue whatever you're doing. Like I said, figure something out. Once you figure it out, continue it, and give Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson's got to show up. For the Spurs, I really don't know other than just don't get outscored. The past few games, they've just gotten blown out and outscored. It's been pathetic. But Instagram people think that they're going to win. All right, this is a toss-up game to where I do not have a pick because it's too close. Maybe I should have made this one the Instagram one. But I have the Clippers and Jazz. Clippers, they traded away Tobias Harris and they're still winning. That's interesting. Play through Montrezl Harrell, who's having a monster year. And then Lou Will, of course, who's always been doing the same thing. And stay well coached. You guys are being well coached, well owned, well run. The Clippers are a good team. The Jazz, you got to make your shots. You're not a really good shooting team outside of Ingles and Kyle Korver. Donovan Mitchell's always fun to watch. Continue to work hard. You feed off of energy. You need lots of energy. Toss-up game. I don't have a pick for that. Tonight, the Bucks and Kings. I'm a Giannis fan, Buddy Hield fan, Knicks fan. I just like basketball, but Buddy Hield is like my favorite. My second player to watch. Giannis is my favorite player on the Knicks. Well, I don't want to talk about that. But the Bucks got to have fast break. Defense will win this game. And Giannis continuing to be Giannis. Bucks like to start fast. And with Giannis especially scoring pretty much all their points because no one can really stop him. Marvin Bagley's got to show up big. Probably have to guard Giannis. The Kings got to make shots. Whenever Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox misses their shots, it is a rough night for them. Don't let Giannis take over the early game. Like I said, he scores the majority of their points. So you got to really talk about, stopping or slowing him down. And a person you could shut down is Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez. Both of them, don't let them take over the second half because once Giannis takes over the first half, you exaggerate on him, and then you leave guys like Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez to shoot the 3-ball, which they're really good at. But I have the Bucks winning. No bias included. And we have the Pelicans and Lakers again. Pelicans have been doing no Davis, no problem. Holiday and Julius Randle and Julia Okafor have been taking over the game. You literally just beat this team. The Lakers, I really don't know. Don't get hurt. And it's a must-win game. I have the Pelicans winning it, by the way, because the Lakers have been doing awful without Lonzo Ball. And that's all I have for this. It's a lot. I'm pretty sure I talked really fast. So this was just a prototype of what every day is going to look like. So yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed. If you want me to plug something or talk about something that you really want to talk about on the podcast, but you want to be on yourself, I will be able to talk about it throughout that commercial break, quote unquote. And yeah, if you ever want to be on it, my Instagram will be in the link. The Fire Empire link, if you want to cop a shirt, that link will be in the description as well. And yeah, that's all I have here. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed the podcast here. I know it was a little bit shorter than the other episodes, but I want it to be out by the time the game starts, so you're able to watch it and then watch the games, hopefully. And everyone, enjoy the rest of your day here on this beautiful Wednesday. Ho ho, Wednesday. Okay. All right. See you guys tomorrow.